What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to try and make this a quick and efficient tutorial today. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do the bounding southpaw double under. One of my favorite moves, in my opinion, a super important move that everyone should kind of get down at some point in their jump rope journey. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to work up to it and some of my top tips to make it super slick. Two things really quick. If you don't already know how to do the regular southpaw double under, I highly recommend learning that first. I already have a tutorial up for it, so check out that video before starting this. Having like a super good regular southpaw will make the transition into the bounding southpaw super easy, so make sure you have that down first. Second thing, because it's always the most common question that I get asked, I use a lot of different ropes, but this is one of my favorite ropes for like freestyling, double unders, things like that. It is the freestyle rope from Cross Rope. I'll put the link and everything in the description, and you can use code MUNA15 for 15% off, and it directly supports me. Let's get into the tutorial. The bounding southpaw double under is actually so much easier than people realize. It's really just about timing and understanding that your arms are kind of opposite to your legs. So just to show you guys quickly, here is the regular southpaw double under versus bounding. Okay, so that's regular, where your feet are obviously together doing regular jumps, just like a regular double under. And then the bounding, it's going to be the same thing with your arms, only you're alternating left and right leg. So you're kind of doing like a little bit of a lateral hop, going like left, right, left, right. Okay, so essentially what's happening is it's just opposite arm, opposite leg. So if I'm going to go to the left first, I'm going to slightly lift that right leg. By the time I clear the southpaw, I'm switching. So I'll go left side, right knee in the air, switch. Left side, or sorry, right side, left knee. Right side, left knee, left side, right knee. So you can start like super slow like this until you kind of get comfortable with the rhythm. And then basically you just speed it up to hit the double under. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. I feel like a lot of people always rush into this move with really bad form, but really take your time doing this drill. It's super simple, just kind of getting you comfortable with like the coordination of like your arms and your legs. And then once you feel comfortable, just jump a little higher and move your wrists a little faster. And that's a southpaw double under. Honestly, it's a pretty simple move. There's just two major things that I want to go over in terms of actually executing it properly and having good form. One of the biggest mistakes I see is that people will keep that landing leg too bent to the point where they're almost doing like a single leg squat. But I want you to pay attention to the leg that's landing. I'm actually keeping it as straight as possible. It's like a super slight bend. That way I can transfer from one leg to the next without getting like too fatigued or like having to recover. So you really want to keep it just as straight as your legs would be during like regular doubles. You're still focusing on like bounding off of like your toes, and you're trying to resist bending too much. My second biggest tip, this is kind of like a 2-in-1. I want to talk a little bit about your arms and like the positioning of your jumps. So basically, one thing that I see with this is sometimes people will almost go like too lateral. And like, if you want to do that, that's fine. But to have like super efficient bounding southpaws, you want to keep it like as tight as possible, where it's still like an up and down motion instead of like going so side to side. So with your legs, try your best to stay in those same spots. Yeah, there's like a tiny shift, but for the most part, you should think of like shooting straight up and down instead of like side to side. Same thing with the arms, and I go over this in my regular southpaw tutorial, where you want to keep everything super tight in like that mid chest area. If you're letting your arms kind of go out here, especially because this one is single legged, it could really throw off your balance. So you want to keep everything in tight instead of going out like super far like that, because it's going to be really hard to maintain. I actually suggest practicing this one in a ladder to really gain that control. So you can do something like 4, 6, 8, 10, 8, 6, 4. So it'll look something like this. You'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, come out of it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, come out of it, and then repeat, go up 8, 10, and then back down to 4. This will get you super comfortable going in and out of the movement, as opposed to just doing as many as you can and stopping when you mess up. If you do it that way, it's a lot harder to gain that proper control. Leading me to my last point, so if you want to be able to go from like a basic bounce to this move, pretty much you just need to pick a side and kind of go from there. So I tend to always go left side. So if I'm coming overhead and I want to go into bounding, I'm going to go to that left side, and I know I'm going to be kind of taking off with the left leg, and the right knee is going to be in the air. So it'll be like this. 1, 2, 3. See how I go to the left, get that left leg ready, slightly lift the right, and that transitions me into the move. So you can even just practice that to get comfortable. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. You can add a couple, but just get comfortable with that transition. That way, like if you're freestyling and you're going back to basic bounce, you can kind of take off no problem without having to like officially slow down and then go into the move. All right guys, I hope that helped. Try to keep that as like short and concise as possible today. It's not really a super complex move. If you already have the regular Southpaw down, this is really just getting you comfortable with like different footwork. If you guys found this video helpful, please give me a like, give me a thumbs up. Helps me out a lot. Make sure that you're subscribed and turn on the bell notification so you're always up to date when I upload a new video. And if this helped you actually unlock the bounding Southpaw double under, please drop a comment and let me know. Those comments absolutely make my day. All right, thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.